So dear Dhamma friends, so be comfortable yourself and relax your body. We're going to start our session now. So gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. So while you're following the sound mentally, relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Let everything to settle down itself. And follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So dear Dhamma friends, in this meditation session, we mainly practice tranquility meditation and insight meditation. In another way, tranquility meditation we introduce as Samatha Bhavana or Chitta Bhavana or one-pointness meditation. And Vipassana meditation we introduce as Panya Bhavana, insight meditation, or Vipassana meditation, so on like that. And also analytical meditation. So why we always introduce all the interpretations or the words and the names? Because it will help you when you know more names regarding one thing. It will help you to understand itself, what is the nature and the character of it. So it is important because according to the knowledge of the language that we use, and it will help us to understand whatever the things that we're going to practice. Otherwise, that meditation itself is still that we have different ideas regarding what is this meditation, what is samatha meditation, what is vipassana meditation, like that. So that's why overall we look it in a bigger picture and try to understand ourselves. And especially for if you new to meditation, or if you practice meditation, and this information will help for you. So in the tranquility meditation, the very nature of the tranquility meditation is make it calm down our mind. So why we have to calm down our mind? Because our mind has the nature itself that going here and there. But that nature, you have to understand, you didn't born with that nature. When you are born, in that very moment, your mind was so calm, relaxed, comfortable, pure. And one time Buddha mentioned, Pabasaramidan bhikkhave chitta. So in the beginning of your mind was so vivid, prabhaswara, vivid. It's like the kind of like the sun. It's so open, it's so clear, and it's so sharp. But what happening? And after that, because of the information we gather through our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and also through our culture, tradition, through our parenting and schooling. So these many ways, what is happening? That's vivid mind start to become cloudy, dark, gloomy. So then you have to remember, the mind has no structure or no pattern or methods to be itself as a certain entity without changing and holding kind of like its own nature. So it always go with whatever the available nature it has. So then why our mind busy? It because we used to be like that. That's why. Because we didn't put any attention to the mind. We used to go here and there and thinking regarding many things, and because of that the mind start to become like this. So then that's why anyone, if you want to calm down your mind, you can do it in tranquility state. You can bring your mind to calmness and relax and comfort. Only thing what you have to do in this very moment, and then from here to further, so you have to stay in one point. You have to focus. Once you start to focus, so you focus mean consciously, you put attention. So then what will happen? Your thoughts start to follow that. So remember, thoughts has nature. Thoughts always follow thoughts. People always follow people. People don't follow leaders. People always follow people. Babies never follow parents. Babies follow babies. Cows go with always cows. Birds always go with birds. Dogs go always with the dogs. So that's the very nature. Entire universe the same. Dust always follow the dust. So then remember yourself. Your thoughts follow thoughts. So then attention is kind of like another thought, but you make that attention by choice intentionally. So in the beginning, you transplant it there, and then what is happening? Thought has nature to follow thought. So that now what is happening, rather than going here and there, then thought start to follow that the whatever the attention that you put, that thoughts, your thoughts start to follow. So that is the very nature of the tranquility state. So then in a certain level, your mind, your thoughts completely settle down with one thought. That is the state that we call tranquility state. So in tranquility state, that mind become more relaxed, calm, comfortable. Another thing is that mind become more sharp, clear. As I mentioned, that it has a nature to be vivid, sharp, clear. So when the mind becomes sharp, clear, what happening? So whatever the perception come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, you can recognize it very clearly. So that is that is the highest that your tranquility state can go. In tranquility state, once the mind becomes sharp, clear, so you can recognize the perception as it is. And other thing is, whatever the mind decide, the mind has power to go with it. Now mind became more usable. So then practicing through some tranquility state of meditation or the samatha or chitta bhavana, so one pointness, so like that you can develop until that the high mental powers we call in dhyana or jhana, or in English absorption. So there are four: first absorption, second absorption, third absorption, and the fourth absorption. So in tranquility state, you can go only that. That is the maximum. And what it happened, what it does, so whatever the perception come, now you can see it very clearly. Why? Because your thoughts always in one, with the in one point. So because of that, your mind not depending from past or the future. As a result of that, you are become very clear with the present moment. And from there, as a result of that, once you are in the absorption, so the jhana, so the five hindrance going to slowly disappear. Five hindrance slowly going to disappear. So in a one way, when you develop the tranquility meditation, you can go to, so now you detach from your thoughts and you are still in one point, and as a result of that, your that all the five that the absorptions with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, you're going to recognize as it is. Remember that. As it is, you can see. And then from there, even if the mind decide to do something like dhyana, or if you want to attain to kind of like a state, then you can develop that also. And that will the mind become more clear, and the defilement slowly go deeper, deeper. And but that doesn't mean your defilement going to go away. It completely go kind of like a sleep mode. That is the samatha. You have to be very clear with that. So that's why through the samatha, you cannot attain to enlightenment. Why? Because once the mind calm down, once the mind in one point, that doesn't mean your defilement or the mental formations or the sanskara are going to disappear. No, it's going to go to sleep mode. And then when you develop the tranquility state, and little by little, your five hindrance slow down. Kama chanda, that's mean the self-centered desires to find the satisfaction with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and it slow down. And then once it slow down, from the other side, your absorption go higher. And vyapada, anger. So the anger, the itself, the once you come out of the desire, grasping, holding, the anger slow down, and then there's no resistance, nothing come against, nothing go against. So then the anger slow down, and as a result of that, your absorption level go higher. And tina midda, so the roughness, tightness, heaviness, mental, physical heaviness goes go down, and then you feel more relaxed, comfortable, so light, physically and mentally both. And as a result of that, what is happening, your absorption go higher. And then tina mid uddacha kukucha, that the all this restlessness related the self-centered mind and comparison regarding you, that all disappear. And as a result of that, absorption level go higher. And vichikicha, and that's mean the doubt regarding the path and regarding the practice, regarding the soul understanding disappear. Then the mind come to a point to to become so clear. Now say, through the practice of samatha, you come to a point, you all open all gates, that whatever hindrance or the gates that block towards the enlightenment. But that doesn't mean, this is what you have to understand. This is where the Buddha's teachings, just doesn't mean just opening a door. Doesn't mean you enter to it. So you can open the door at home, but still you stay there. Because opening the door doesn't mean the door itself pull you in. No, once you open the door, it's become very clear. So that's why, even that when you practice samatha meditation, you feel calm, relaxed, comfortable, joy, happy, and at the same time, in that very moment, in that very sitting, as example, just think, you sit for meditation, then you feel so calm, relaxed, and all the defilements go down. It's like when the water become calm, all the dust go down. It's like when you make a tea, like if you allow that to put the tea leaves and allow it to be a little bit, and you will see that all the tea leaves slowly go down. But that doesn't mean it is not there. So same thing happening. And so when you develop the tranquility state, it brings the calmness, relax, comfort. And the other thing is, if you deeply practice to develop the absorption, and then the defilements go down and absorption go higher. So the jhana level go up and the hindrance go down. So once you clear the 5 hindrance, all the gates open now. But still, you have to have the vipassana knowledge to enter. That is completely different. That's why before the Buddha, there were many teachers, and they used to develop the jhana, and even they had a kind of like a settle down to certain level all the 5 hindrance. But that doesn't mean that they enter to the enlightenment or the nibbana or arahanthood. Why? Because sometimes look that there are those, just I am giving an example just to understand practice point of view. There are those, when you come closer, it open. And when you are in a necessary distance, the gate open itself. So like that, when you practice tranquility state, in a certain level, when the mind calm down, your defilement slowly go down. As a result of that, your hindrance start to little by little slow down. But the thing is, if you don't have the desire, or even if you don't know what you're looking for, what you want, and you're not going to enter to that door, even the door open. And sometimes there are some people say, and sometimes it look like close, and then you outside, and sometimes people say it is open, just go in. See that it is open already, but we don't see. So then somebody say, we think it is close. Why we think it is close? Because according to our past experience. So someone say, it is open, just go. See, the same thing happening inside us also. Even we calm down our mind, even we settle down our mind, even that just settle down with the five hindrance, even we get into the fourth absorption. Remember this. This is very important. Just by itself, naturally, you cannot attain to enlightenment. It never going to happen automatically. Once you come to a process, when you complete it, never going to happen automatically. If it is happened so, before the Buddha, then there should be many enlightened masters should attain to the enlightenment. Why then it didn't happen? Because they already had the fourth, they developed the mind to fourth absorption, and then there were more that clean out the five hindrance, because then when they attain to the fourth absorption, the hindrance go down. But why they didn't attain to enlightenment? Because they thought, oh, this is the end. There's nothing else. This is the end. And they caught up in their experience. So, but the Buddha is the one who, to go beyond that all, even go beyond the fourth absorption, and start to look still, what is that experience itself? Because mostly that when it comes to experience something, even ourselves, even ordinary life in your life, just if you look very carefully, we just experience it, we enjoy it, we never question it, we never look what it is, what the enjoyment that we have. So that because of that, what is happening, we caught up with that. So then the Buddha is the one who went through this and look how it come to be as it is. Even that, the fourth absorption, how it come to be as it is. And that is where he understood this everything arising, existing and disappearance. So the disappearance means change to something, change to something. So like that in your journey of this path, so remember, so that all the tranquility state is important, but vipassana is the knowledge that take you out of that all the comfort and the experience, and start to question how this happening and what is this experience. And that is where five aggregates start to observe: form, feeling, sensation, formation, consciousness. So the difference is, even though in a tranquility state, you slow down your five hindrance, you never invest that freedom or the knowledge or the wisdom to look five aggregates. What are those? Form, feeling, sensation, formation, consciousness, cognition, or awareness or the understanding. So the Buddha is the one who look these five aggregates and see, and that is the difference with the vipassana and samatha. Samatha can go till fourth absorption and settle down to the bring down all the five hindrance. But that doesn't mean the five hindrance going to go away. It's just calm down. Vipassana is the experience that you go through and look all this form, feeling, sensation, formations, and consciousness. So to get into that, all these five aggregates, the Buddha mentioned there are four foundations. body, feeling, and the thoughts, and the very nature related to the body. So in which, whatever the way that you take and go deeper, you're going to see all these 5 aggregates. So once you recognize the 5 aggregates itself, that means it is you. Your 5 aggregates come down through 4 ways. For your 5 aggregates, your form, feeling, sensation, formations, consciousness come out through 4 ways. What are those 4 ways? Body, feeling, thoughts, and the nature. And that's why when you catch these 4 foundations from the outside and start to go inward, you go and end with the form, feeling, sensation, formations, and the consciousness. So once you recognize that, you're recognizing the very nature of the self. So, and then from there, that understanding will take you to a point, this all conditions, things are impermanent. So that is the very basic way that the layout of the blueprint of this meditation practice, how this works. So this is the path that you have to take. So when it comes to tranquility meditation, then we use that. Why? To calm down our mind. And then from there, we go to analytical meditation or the vipassana meditation, observe thoroughly, deeply our own experience with the related with the 5 aggregates and recognizing the very nature of it. So tranquility state can take you only till the point that you can see how things come to that, how that to recognize things as it is. That is the nature of the tranquility meditation, to recognize anything as it is, especially your all the perception. You recognize things as it is. But the vipassana, this analytical meditation, is take you deeper and understand how it come to be as it is. See, in the tranquility state, you come to a point first to recognize as it is. It is necessary. And then from there, vipassana knowledge, you go deeper to it and recognize how it come to be as it is. So that is where you recognize the full mechanism of it. Once you recognize that full mechanism of it, that is where you completely erase, get out of all the defilement, sanskara. Once you clean out, complete that sanskara, there is nothing can that come out of it, and the becoming nature not going to happen. So that is where you totally going to become clean from this, that the becoming nature. So this is a kind of like just a brief introduction for so what we practice and where it take us and how the mechanism happen. Because overall we need that conventional understanding. Why as people we are goal oriented people, so you should know from here where you go and how it happened, because this is not a magic, and this is by yourself, you have to do it. So that clarity that you have within yourself will help you to practice more clearly yourself, and even it give a understanding and choice yourself. So if you need it, if you should do it, and it is up to you. So with that, let's practice a little bit. So in the beginning, keep focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area, and allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. And when the inhalation, exhalation happens, just recognize separately. This is inhalation, this is exhalation. And then observe the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Notably, this is the beginning, middle, and end. And then in the third level, some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. You may not going to experience this by numbers. This is first, second, third, not like that. But whatever that you see with the inhalation, exhalation related to the sensation of inhalation, exhalation, just recognize it very clearly. And remember, always focus to the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation without visualizing, dreaming, thinking about it, commenting about it, or, or interfering or involving it. Just completely be relaxed and allow it to happen itself naturally. And then from there, once the mind settled down, we go to Vipassana level of meditation. We use the same inhalation, exhalation, and the sensation, and observe the very nature of impermanent, inherent within the feelings that you get. It's the whatever the feelings arise, it is not permanent, it always change. And your feelings change, and at the same time, inhalation, exhalation itself, it is not a separate entity, exist something with permanent nature. It also change. So see the both ways, if it is possible. Another thing is that unsatisfactory nature. So the whatever that you feel at comfort or discomfort, or neutral, it has nature to change. So it doesn't have any power itself hold according to its own nature. The feelings also change like that. So another thing is selflessness. There is no self that related to your own experience. Also, there is no self even within inhalation, exhalation also. So see this both ways if it is possible. Otherwise, in the beginning, you can stay just with your own feelings and from your own experience without going to see the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation itself. So let's practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes yourself 3 times and say Swapatdeva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And deeply and gently breathe out 3 times. And find the sensation, please. And bring my attention to that place and observe inhalation, exhalation separately. Do nothing extra. If your mind go here and there, just keep focused to the sensation. Don't worry about it. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. And some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it. Keep focus to the inhalation, exhalation, and recognize impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within your own experience. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. And as far as we can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart, forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, so as you know, this practice is a kind of a path take us towards the liberation. So that is our main purpose. So as conventional beings, we have to have a purpose because human beings are goal-oriented living beings. So that's why we have to have a purpose, and that purpose, when that person become a higher purpose, so itself your life going to to become more progress and successful. And when it come to that purpose and the path, so these two things very necessary, and you have to be very clear. Even in tranquility meditation, even in vipassana meditation, this both help for you, because without a path also, without a higher purpose also, you can attain to tranquility state. As example, comfort, joy, satisfaction, happy. In day-to-day life, you can achieve to that. But the thing is, when you don't have the clear path, or when you don't have the higher purpose, what will happen? That happiness, that joy, it's become more conventional and shallow level of experience in your life. Another thing is, sometimes our happiness, joy, satisfaction, calmness, comfort can lead us to unprofitable action. So this is the very risky part of the mind. Our happiness, our joy, our tranquility state, our comfort can lead us to unprofitable action. So the path is your higher purpose is the one that hold you from that and keep you when you are in happy tranquility and when you are calm. Use that calmness or the tranquility state to a profitable action. So that's how your life become more and more and more progress and comfortable. So that is the important thing with the path and the goal. Another thing is, now when you have the clear path and when you have the clear vision or the purpose, there is something else happening. So that is our habits. So our habits always come against us and always keep struggling with the path and the higher purpose. So some people, they become more comfortable with the habits and they don't want to struggle with that and they go with the same thing. And some people even look for the purpose and know the purpose, and but still they cannot get out of the habit. But when it comes to the path and the purpose, and then you have the teachings. That is the important part of the teachings. Clear the path and clear the vision or the purpose, and giving tools to yourself to reach to that. So that is teachings, and that is what you have to practice. So the teachings and the practice also a kind of like a habit. So listen this very carefully. Sometimes it's a habit is a habit. It doesn't matter good or bad. But in this path of this wisdom path, what is the difference with the habit? So you use the habit to destroy the habit. But in the wisdom path of this habit has power to once it destroy the negative habit, whatever inside you, and then after that, that profitable habit also going to disappear itself, and then it transform to something better quality. So the unprofitable habit, the very nature of it is, it always accumulate and stay with that in the same level of habit. As example, so if somebody doing what kind of the action that make that person disappointed, any habit in conventionally that you can take as a habit as eating, sleeping, and drinking, smoking. So you take whatever the habit, and then it always increase that whatever the action that you the habit. Once you have the regarding eating, you start eating, you cannot stop it. Once the habit become more stronger than you, it overtake your consciousness, then you go out of the control. It take you, it's like a current. So then, but the profitable habit with the wisdom path, it is totally different. It come as a habit in the beginning. Every day you keep doing it and repeating it. It kind of like you develop a habit, and that habit in the beginning go and attack the unprofitable habit. And once the unprofitable habit disappear, so this habit itself has power to release from the habit and become a more unprofitable, becoming more profitable action. So it's kind of like antidote for the habit. So you use the habit to destroy the habit. So that is the teachings. So then as example, practicing meditation. So you keep practicing it. Then it become habit. But then that doesn't mean you get addicted to practice meditation. No, you practice meditation, and then once you release that, once you get out of the busy mind, and from there you go to the wisdom. Once you reach to the wisdom, and there is no practice anymore. So like that, it always remember, you need, when you are walking this path, you need certain kind of some habits to develop yourself until you come to a certain level. So that habit you have to look within yourself and start to have the self-discipline. And it because the self-discipline, one thing is it keep you in the path and it take towards the goal. Another thing is it make you more stronger. Because why? Because naturally we are so weak that, as example, we don't do a lot of bad things because of, not because if it is bad sometimes, because we lazy to do that. We are lazy. So this inner laziness within us, the habit, and hold us with that, and we that's why we go with the habit. And for the good also same. If you look very carefully, how many good things you think, why you don't do it? Because inner we have laziness. So with the profitable habits, what happening? You get out of that laziness. And then the more and more and more, and you become stronger to practice. So then developing habits is important and related to your path, not whatever the habit, it doesn't work. So then you have to look what kind of areas I have to look, what kind of areas bring me this trouble end of the day, unhappiness. So look for that, because you are the one who suffering. And especially when you are in this path, there are few habits that you have to develop. So one is becoming kind of like calm. It start to develop it as a habit, because we are now becoming kind of like a more busy, kind of like a robot. We like to be fast. So start to become slow while you doing actions. And as a habit, take a rest a little bit. So these all habits will lead you to the path of the profitable development. Another thing is, maybe the once a while, then you start to look deeply as a habit. All conditions, things impermanent. Just start to, sometimes you think about a vacation, and sometimes you think about doing something, like that. Sometimes take time, 1 minute, 2 minutes, deeply go and just see as a habit. This all conditions, things impermanent. And practicing generosity is another way that you can. Maybe there's nothing to give, maybe you have no opportunity to give, but there are many other ways that you can contribute to that. Little by little, little by little. So as example, that you start to think about nature. Maybe you have no place to grow any trees, but you get out of plastic. So that is a kind of like a habit that you contribute to your path. You have no place to plant a tree, but if you cannot plant a tree, at least don't cut a tree. So like that, you develop it in your mind. So another thing is, you're not killing people, or you're not killing animals. Of course you don't do it. But at the same time, you don't do it and don't appreciate whoever do that. So you don't smuggle, you don't sell drugs, you don't sell weapons, you don't do it. And at the same time, have a habit that whoever do that, don't encourage them. Get out of it. That mindset. So clear your mind from the view that you carry. And that is become a habit and you contributing to the path. So you don't do wrong. But at the same time, if you see somebody doing wrong, and sometimes it because of your friends, your family members, your children, because of the relationships, you just say it is okay. No, when you are developing a habit, see, that's lazy. You become lazy when you see the relationships. That it is a kind of like a root defilement that hold you to the samsara. So that's why as a habit, you get out of it. So like that, remember, these are kind of like antidotes. These are kind of like habits you use to destroy the habits that carry inside you. See, nowadays when you do surgeries, it is in outside, it is kind of like a material. It's like a piece of cloth. It's kind of like a plastic. But when they do the operations inside this body and they put that cloth or some material things. But what is happening? By the time when the wound that get healed, that place get healed, what happening to that piece of cloth or plastic? It dissolve, it disappear. By healing, little by little, it disappear. So you have to develop the habits also like that. You have to do the habits to destroy the habits, and when you get healed, and anymore that the profitable skill that you develop is not also a habit. You get out of that also. So like that, little by little, there is a one thing that kind of like becoming generous. So becoming generous is a kind of like, you can become kind of like a habit. One of the good example. So there was a king in Africa in 14th century. And he was the most wealthiest person still in the world, the history, in the human history. His name is Mansa Musa. So this African king, the Mansa Musa, that he had so much wealth. He used to collect gold and gems and everything. His palace was full of wealth. And one day he thought to go a caravan, pilgrimage to Mecca. And you know that time whoever go pilgrimage, it is a one-way journey. And you don't know that you will come back or not. So then this is the Mansa Musa is the one who had in the human history, he is the one who had longest caravan. So he made a caravan with all the camels and thousands camels. And each camel hold that so much gold and gems and all the wealth pearls. So much wealth. And the thousand people, servants, and whoever used to work in his palace. So everybody joined for this caravan. So then Mansa Musa start his caravan, his pilgrimage to Mecca. So on the way, what happened? So wherever he stopped by, he start to give gift little by little from his gold, gems, pearls. So whatever that, all the things. So start to give whatever the things. And other things on the way, all his servants, people, and some used to feel more comfortable in one place, and then he asked the permission, "Oh king, I like to stay here. Can I settle down?" So what he did, he gave some gift. "Oh, you," because now he go for a pilgrimage. It's a kind of like a one-way journey. So he gave little gift. "Okay, you used to be my good servant, and now it is okay. Start your own life." He gave some gold and some money and help for that person, and he moved. And then he came to Egypt and Cairo and all the way. So he went to the Middle East. On the way, everywhere, what he did, and some place he saw, and the poor people, and he stopped by and gave some money. And he saw some places no temple or mosque to worship, so he gave money to build a mosque. So like that, somehow by the end of his journey to Mecca, he had two camels with a full of gold and two people. Other everybody on the way, that he freed them and he helped them, he settled down them because of according to their wish. And then he, after he did his religious activities, and he offered that one full of gold and everything to the temple, the mosque, and then that he released all his say the people and all other two, and then he himself by foot returned to his kingdom. And then on the way, now he empty, nothing. But on the way, he then later he recognized on the way that everybody respect him and take care of him and worship him, appreciate him. And even the Mansa Musa was kind of, he was kind of like now he finished his pilgrimage and he was so free, happy, and he didn't think about this anything. And on the way, but he started to enjoy this, how these people, and even he forget that now he is the king because no one around him. Now everybody have their own life. And he was so happy in the journey. By the time he reached to his kingdom called Mali in Africa, and then he was so happy. And then after that pilgrimage, he earned the most of people's heart. And that is why even in the history it say he is the most richest in conventional life, that he is the most richest person in the entire human history. Why? Because no one else, no any king able to win the human heart. How he win that way? Because free them, make them settle down, help them, sharing whatever he had, and allow them to have their own way. So that is, see, once we go kind of like, and it says, and that was one of kind of a most successful spiritual pilgrimage. So that is the important part I want to mention yourself. And sometimes we go temples, we have a lot of things. Oh, to monks, offer the monks, offer to the Buddha. But on the way, sometimes you see people, they don't have anything to eat. Maybe you see next to traffic light, help me. And maybe he don't have anything to eat. and you have a lot of fruits in your bag and to offer to the Buddha. Or you go for a pilgrimage to temple, but you don't see that humanity, or you don't see that person and telling, I am hungry, please help me. And when you look that, you look away and you go to temple and you offer and you feel so happy, you complete your spiritual journey. So that is not a journey that what the Buddha mentioned, remember that. That's why when it comes to the first 60 monks, what the Buddha mentioned, you have to remember that. Always you have to remember. Charita bhikkave charikam bahujana hitaya bahujana sukhaya. For the great benefit of the people, more people, and start your journey. So the greatest benefit is that you can share, that you can give the wisdom, but at the same time, without developing a connection, without sharing our heart with us, before that we share the Dhamma, remember, before we share our wisdom, you have to know to share your heart and share your hand. If you don't know how to share your hand and your heart, you cannot share your wisdom. It's not going to happen. As parents, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, or the husband, wife, always remember yourself. That is a deeper, profitable skill that you develop to even that help for your liberation. What is that? Develop a discipline or develop a habit yourself to share yourself, share your life, and that sharing will help you to 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 release a lot of unnecessary habits, and also that sharing will help you to get out of this conventional state and get that attain to the liberation. So always in this path, that's why this spiritual path is more beautiful and you can more enjoy the path. So remember, you have to have the path and you have to have a vision or the goal or the will, and then you have to have the teaching. So Buddha provide this everything, A to Z, and there is nothing, any place that you can go wrong. There is no way. That map is the one of the clear map that you can attain to enlightenment. So get the benefit, but it is not for everybody. It's up to you. Maybe you have something, you enjoy something, so it's go for it, do it, enjoy it, have fun. But in case one day if you look, this is enough for me, there's nothing for me, I need something better than this, and then take little time and start to practice yourself, and then you will see, you will find the path. It is available for anybody, it is available in anywhere, and it is available in any time. But we are not going to be forever. We not going to be for that any time. So our time is limited. Our space is very limited. Our ability is very limited. So that very limited time and try to get into this unlimited experience. So that is, it is your choice. And so think about it, and again and again yourself, and develop the profitable skill to get out of unprofitable skill, and then that profitable skill will help you to transform your life to liberation. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.